Alrighty, welcome back. I am Asveded. This is the Long Dark. We are starting episode 4. And because there's usually cutscenes at the beginning, I went ahead and started the video. We'll get through cutscenes and then I'll pause and go about doing what I gotta do. Looks like we're at the prison. I'm not convinced that the person they're talking about beating to death was Molly. I'm half convinced it's the grandmother.
We have to talk. Stand on the toilet and you can reach the window.
There you are. Well, welcome to the shit show.
Okay. So who are you?
Unfortunately, I run this place.
How's the warden?
That doesn't seem to be working out too well for you.
Yes, well, normally I'm on the other side of the bars. Name's Franklin. I'm warden here at Black Rock. And you are?
Mackenzie. Franklin, what's going on here?
The situation is this. You and I are locked up in here. Mathis and his gang of thugs are trying to break someone out of solitary. We're still alive, for now, so they must need us for something. The power's been out for days, and nobody is coming to help.
Well, maybe
Sounds
ask her.
about right.
No, she's... I guess we'll talk about both of them.
Black Rock?
Yeah. Maximum security prison. Built 100 years ago and updated a few times. It's basically a fortress.
Out here?
You noticed the walls on your way in?
I was, no.
Okay, well, they aren't that high or that impressive, really. You know why?
No idea.
Because whatever dumb son of a bitch tries to escape from this place has to get through about 50 clicks of brutal terrain full of dangerous wildlife before they can even think about finding a road that leads out of here.
Well, but we got here.
Yeah, but are you gonna get out? About 20 years ago, a pair of cons escaped. They came back 3 days later, half dead, begging us to take them back. And that was in the middle of summer.
I get the picture.
Yeah, brutal?
So,
Just brutal.
Mathis. You know him?
Oh yeah, we go way back. He was in for murder on the mainland about 10 years ago. He did 7 and then got off on parole. I was warden at one of the federal pens there, and, well, let's just say Mathis isn't sending me any Christmas cards these days.
Any idea what he's doing here?
Unfortunately, yeah. He's here for Donner.
Donner? Who's that?
His son.
Shit. So, some kind of twisted family reunion.
Mathis is bad, but he's old school bad. Murder, larceny, the occasional heist, and grand theft auto. But Donner? He's a chip off the old block, and then some.
So, not a good person.
Well, he's locked up in Black Rock, isn't he? Listen, Mathis is bad, but Donner is something much worse. I've seen a lot of criminals in my years, and Donner, he's one of those guys that keeps wardens like me up at night. He's evil to the core. He's the kind of guy they make prisons like Black Rock for. There's no redemption for guys like Donner. They aren't here for rehabilitation. There's no way back to living in regular society again. They just want to destroy the world you and I live in. If Mathis is bad, Donner is biblical bad.
Okay.
So,
Sounds fun.
Donner is a very bad guy. Mathis came here to spring him. Tell me again why we aren't dead yet.
Well, that's a story.
Of course.
Power went out here a couple of weeks ago now. The backups held for a while, but eventually the cons were able to break out and overwhelm the guards. They grabbed the keys to Solitary, went to get Donner, which, well, that would have been the end. But they couldn't open the gates to Solitary. Something has them locked down tight, and it's driving Mathis crazy. It was bad for us. I haven't seen any of the other guards since they locked me up in here, and, well, I fear the worst. And now that Mathis is here?
But with the power down, what's keeping the gates locked?
There are mechanical failsafes in the system. Keep in mind, most of this jail is pretty old. But that's not the full answer to why Donner is still locked up.
What do you mean?
Well, best I can tell, they should have been able to break him out by now. But something, or someone, has been getting in the way.
You mean there's someone else still out there?
That's exactly what I mean.
But who?
I don't know. But sounds like Mathis is as mad as a hornet because of them, and that brings me no small pleasure.
Gotta get your small pleasures with
They're
you.
coming. Get back to your bunk.
So, Pilot, you're back in the land of the living. For now.
Yeah, but just seeing you gives me a headache.
Well, just seeing you makes me want to hit people.
Well,
So, Warden, looks like we have a little problem. I still can't get into Solitary. You have any idea why that might be?
I told you, Mathis, the whole jail is in some kind of weird lockdown. It all happened before you got here. Donner just...
Don't you ever say his name.
I don't know anything about it.
My guys say someone's been tampering with the system. They say it's gotten worse. Every time they take a step closer to breaking into Solitary, something new gets in their way. Didn't you used to run this place?
Yeah.
So you're telling me you have no idea how it works?
That's just the thing. Nothing is working the way it's supposed to right now.
Bullshit. Stop wasting my time. And stop wasting your time. You don't have much left. Unless we get that door open.
Mathis,
how is he not
I don't
starved to death?
know anything.
Let me jog your memory.
Like, if he's locked in Solitary, I've nearly starved to death, dehydrated, numerous times.
Hey, Mathis! Maybe not so hard.
But if he's been in there
We might
for
still
weeks,
need him to get him out.
Mathis, he doesn't look good. You're going too far.
Clean him up.
Oh, shit. He looks bad.
okay,
Yeah. Mathis is getting worse.
I really need to start a
Shit
timer.
with Donner has him half crazy.
Half crazy?
Half crazy?
Ever since the bus crash, he's been getting wild, like a caged animal. How the hell did he expect this to turn out?
You remember Montreal, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, remember that place on St. Catherine's with the girl who...
Not that, you fucking moron. Remember how Mathis broke out?
Oh, yeah. I wasn't there, but I heard about it.
Right. You clean up the warden, and I'll tell you all about it.
Okay, story time.
So there was this really tight plan. Mathis had months to set it up. Everyone everyone had their part to play. It was like out of a fucking movie. So we bust out, and all hell breaks loose. We get to the front gates. It's a mess, right? Place is in chaos. And the driver who's supposed to pick us up, he's late.
No shit.
No shit. So the driver pulls up, like 2 minutes late. Alarms going off everywhere. It's like the prison guards are coming after us. We're gonna get grabbed at any second. We're yelling at Mathis, "Come on, man, let's go, let's get out of here." And Mathis just stands there, looking at the fucking driver. Looking like he wants to eat the guy. The driver's terrified. Mathis walks over to the van, slowly. We're all jumping in and yelling to get out, and we can see the fucking guards coming. Like, we are done. We need to get out. Mathis, he pulls the driver out of the van, looks back at us, and with this totally wild look in his eyes, just says, "Go." Like totally calmly, but with this wild edge. And he just starts beating the living shit out of the driver.
Wow. I knew it went bad in Montreal, but I didn't know that story.
Yeah, I mean, we took off. And Mathis, it took 5 cops to pull him off that driver. He cared less about being caught than he did about the driver being late.
Crazy fucker.
Mathis is not a patient man. He does not like it when a plan does not come together. He does not like to be let down. And right now, his plan for getting Donner out of here is totally fucked. It's just a matter of time before he snaps. Like he did in Montreal.
He looks bad, eh? What are we going to do?
If he dies, it'll be worse for us, because we'll take the heat. We need to get him patched up.
Well, we passed some kind of first aid building on the way in.
Great. Go there and grab some supplies.
No fucking way. You hear all those wolves out there?
Don't be an asshole. Go do it.
You do it. Why do I have to be the one who...
Hey, who went back to look for LeClaire when he went missing? No way I'm going back out there.
I'll do it.
Did you hear something?
I said I'll do it. Let me out, and I'll get the supplies.
Nobody's talking to you, pilot. Just keep quiet and hope that Mathis doesn't start paying attention to you.
He dies, and you guys take the rap. You want that?
The rap? Take the rap? Who talks like that? Listen, pilot. Why don't you shut the fuck up?
What do you have to lose? I go out there
Check my time.
by wolves. No great loss, right?
Oh, except, you know, you're messing with Mathis's plan.
This is a bad idea. Mathis has plans for this guy.
Shut up. All right. You're right. You've been out in the bush all this time. I'm sure you figured out how to deal with a few wolves by now. We let you out. You get the supplies. The warden lives, and maybe we keep Mathis distracted so he doesn't lose his shit on you next time.
Understood. You let me out. I get the supplies. The warden lives.
Ha! You see? He learns fast. Time to save the day, pilot. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can do is die, right?
Get going, pilot. The warden doesn't have much time left. And in case you're thinking of running away, remember, we still have your precious case.
Yeah, I ain't thinking about running. I am going to see about checking every one of these vehicles out here, though.
Brutal, deadly cold. How I've missed you.
Yeah. So missed you. Check everything, of course. trunk's locked, of course. And I don't have a crowbar yet.
I think I can use this.
Did I at least put it on my head? It's pointless if I just said, I think I can use this, and then a bandage at least. 2 bandages anyway. Start some fire. Make some plugs out of that. You're locked, so I can't do nothing with you. Get you. Give you. At least I got some food now. Still got no liquids. But food at least. Alright. Gotta be that way. I bet you this is a locked door. Oh yeah, there's a storage over here. You're locked. Search the supply bin.
This'll come in handy.
Oh yeah, well. Yeah, that door's locked still. That's all locked. I must be talking. Okay. I see the... Oh, I should probably pick up some rocks so I can throw them at the wolves. Not that I'm going to be able to actually do that. But we'll try anyway. Nothing in the vehicles either. I think as I slowly fill up my stuff, that little red bar on my run meter alright, I hear wolves. That door's locked. That door's locked. Not going that way. Means I must be going this way. Also locked. Close that one for now. Oh, hey, there's a wolf. Just chewing on a deer. Glad I went ahead and closed that. Extra pair of socks. Oops, note. Can't be starting this off wrong. Black Rock and Oral History, Volume B. Okay, so I've apparently already missed some. My husband got recruited by some old Navy buddy of his. This was in the early 50s, and we weren't exactly in a good spot then, as I found out later from some of the other wives. No good road leads to Black Rock. We had a little cabin in the hamlet a ways away from the prison. A lot of the staff lived nearby, but not all. Some put as much distance between them and the prison as possible, even when winters made that a tough go. When you had a shift, I tried not to think about what went on up there. It changed my husband somehow. He was a sweet man, if a little lost and unlucky in his work. Like a lot of men were back then, but our time on Great Bear at that place, well, it left him sad in a way I can't explain. I tended to a garden and wrote endless letters to my sister. That's how I remember those years, endlessly writing, waiting to leave as the seasons passed. Okay. So... okay. That wolf out there is still bugging me. Hey, there's a pry bar. I can go back and get that stuff. There's a jerry can. What do we got? Okay, I mean, obviously we're gonna pop it and look for the batteries. Though at the moment, batteries are kind of useless. But since I have my first let's store stuff place, I don't have any maps yet. I don't really want to store stuff if I don't have a map. Books, matches, cloth, all the drawers. We'll throw the battery in here. Was that gunpowder? Okay, so at least I'm gonna get to make bullets this time. Oh wow, but it weighs 15 and I can only put 10 in there. Okay, so let's drop that right there. And I can come back for it later. What am I looking at inventory wise? I'm halfway to 30. Then I can start a fire. I might need to here shortly. I don't have any maps, so I don't know where I'm going. This isn't the first aid station I was looking for. Alright, just to double check. It's none of this. What about this way? Can I go this way? No, that one's locked. That one's locked. Yeah, looks like that's all. Now let's see if I can find some more cold weather gear. Of course not. There are obviously wolves out there. Yeah, I'm not going that way at the moment. Maybe later. Okay, let's go get a fire started, I guess. So we can get a torch. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of batteries I'm gonna need to get. We're looking at this building right here, huh? That's gotta be what we're talking about. Alright, let's wait for my... Let's see. And what do I have in the way of light? Let's warm up real quick. Fire barrel. Start a fire. It'll give me a torch I can grab, which will hopefully be able to... I don't know if I'm having wolf attacks the same way I did in the last episode, or if I'm having wolf attacks the same way I did in the last Mackenzie episode. Let's take a torch. That leaves me with 4 minutes there. Let's extinguish this torch. No. No, stop trying to light the fire barrel. Yes, thank you. Stick. Add fuel. Add fuel. Warm up for a little bit more. And then take the torch. Eat this food. Hopefully I don't get sick from it. Alright, take a torch. Give me a couple of these rocks. Okay, so from the looks of it, we're getting the same treatment I was getting as Mackenzie. I'm gonna, maybe it's just the fire? I don't know. I do know they're supposed to run away from the fire. At least they do in survival. I should be safe now behind these bars. I'm in the gated area. I haven't found any way to cut up a carcass yet. Nope. Nope. I can open those doors. Put this away. That's a little building I can't get into. Pop up in here. Yeah, I'm recording. Ooh. We're about at the end of the episode. So, looks like we're going to get into this first aid station. This one's locked. This one's not locked. I actually thought it was going to load.
Is it food or?
Thought it was going to load into this next area like it did when you went in any of the other buildings in the previous episodes. It did not, though. And it more matches inside and outside size, which wasn't the case with all them cabins in the previous episodes.
This stuff will come in handy.
I got a bullet. Now I just need a pistol or a revolver. I'm super hoping that they run away from... They just run away from me. That is what I'm super hoping happens. Okay, so there's a bed out here I can sleep on. More cartridges. Not that they do me a lot of good. I'll pick it up. Thanks.
Could end up being useful.
Put some clothes on, maybe. Requires a key. We'll check shoes here in a minute. Of course, I'm taking all the water. Is that a note? Building Blackrock. Blackrock's establishment is maximum security incarceration complex is a mixture of truth, legend, and good old-fashioned loop hyperbole. But its founding is without question bound up in the history of Great Bear Island. Local communities, almost as a rule, steer clear of the penitentiary, whether that is due to reasonable caution or unreasonable fear, no one can say. There are still others who claim that nothing can match the harshness of winter living on Great Bear and that islanders should feel secure in their own hardy resilience. They are tougher than any prison inmate. Okay, we are going to take that. And that's where we're going to end this one. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know. If you want to play something else, which you want to play, and I'll see if I can play it. If you could subscribe so we get to the next milestone where you're currently working on 100, that would be super fantastic. Anyway, we will catch you next time.